Hello and welcome. My name is Megan. I'm a personal trainer that specializes in correct exercise and a dancer. And today we are going to be focusing on ankles. We are going to go through a typical protocol that I used before I started dancing, or if my ankle has been acting up, because I have rolled my ankle in the past. As I'm sure a lot of people with ankle injuries, you know that it takes a while to heal. And if you don't stick with your PT exercises or some kind of protocol that's going to be giving some attention to these ankles, you're gonna wake up stiff for a while. So if that's you, if you're in that boat, this should help ease it. Now take into consideration that this is a beginner protocol, that if you do have exercises from your PT, please keep doing those and add those to the routine. And if you find any of the exercises that we do today really helpful, go ahead and put that in the comments so I know what is helpful for you. If you're gonna be following along, what you will need is a lacrosse ball, some type of roller, so it could be a handheld roller, it can be a standard foam roller. I have this foam roller that has little ribs in it because it really gets in there, so if you have that available, you can bring that. A light to medium band, and some kind of seating. I'll be using this guy today, but you can also use it on the floor if you don't have that readily available. Okay, let's get started. We're gonna start the bottom of our feet. So I'm gonna have you take your shoes off and the cross ball on the ground, and we're gonna roll the bottom of our feet. I'm gonna set a timer for about a minute, okay? And we are going to get in there with the lacrosse ball, just like that. Now what you'll find is that there's different hot spots for each person. So for me, I really feel it in the arches right here. And then in the other areas, I like to take it a little bit more gentle. In the balls of my feet, I feel it too. When I dance, I am trying to learn some different styles, including heels. And so different areas of my feet will feel it. So sometimes the outside will feel it and sometimes the ball of my foot. But the arches are pretty consistent for me. So if you find a spot, let's say you're like, ooh, it's real hot right here, you hold it, and then you can flex your toes too, and see if you can find a different spot. Anyway, keep going with that. We have about 10 more seconds left. And you can see that I'm going a little bit fast. Some people go slower, like this, and it helps them out, especially if they're really tender. If you've been on your feet like all day, okay, let's switch sides. You're gonna wanna start out really gentle, okay? And that goes for most of the rolling, actually. And start on the other side. You want to ease your nervous system into the process. Okay, so we don't want to go right in, okay? So mine aren't too tender today. Yesterday they were very tender, and so I went very slow. But now I can go a little bit faster. I will get rollies, or not rollies, I'll get circles, and I'll go back and forth. And you can see it at different angles. Now, if this is your first time doing this, you'll notice that getting into the groove of what texture with the ball is gonna be a little trial and error. So that means like you're gonna figure out what works, what doesn't work, what my body can do, what is appropriate. Maybe even standing on one leg is like not your jam yet. And you'll find that out through the process. But as you keep doing it, you'll be more familiar and get more fluid with it. Okay, we're good with that one. You can go ahead and put your shoes back on, and we are going to be on the floor. We are going to roll out our calves. Our calves are in the back here of our leg thing right here. A couple different muscles that are in there. We're gonna take our foam roller. I'm also gonna give different options for this one. So standard option is going to be foam roller underneath your calf. You're gonna lift your butt up a little bit and try to go from behind your knee to the bottom of your ankle, or to your ankle, okay? So if this feels good for you, you're gonna stay here. If this feels good, but you're like, I could use a little bit more pressure, you're gonna take this foot on top and lift up. So right here feels really effective for me. And if it does it and you're like, ooh, this is really hard, my arms are getting tired and I can't keep going. People who feel good, stay there. People who have this handheld roller available to them, you're gonna go under like this. like about this handheld roller is that you can get different spots that your body might not be able to manipulate too. So you can go on an angle over here, which you're getting slightly different muscles, and then you can also get on an angle right here. So I find that people have hot spots here, and then also right in this middle section. So whatever you feel, you're gonna lean into those hot spots. Keep it going. Okay, we're gonna switch sides, okay? Whichever one worked for you. I'm gonna go ahead and use this one because what you'll find is it's a slightly different angle. Because of those ribs, I don't have to maneuver back and forth a little bit on this foam roller. But I do find that I probably need to. So this one's, like I was saying before, even harder to manipulate. I find people sit just like this and roll back and forth so they get the bottom, and then they move it up a little bit so they can get this top part so they don't have to lift their whole body up and do a tricep, almost like a tricep hold. Now what I love for people who are trying to work on their endurance, core, maybe they're using this as a warm-up, get your butt up, get your butt up. It's a good way to get your heart rate up a little bit. Okay, so I feel it a lot right there. So I'm gonna dig into this side. And we're almost done on this side. And bang, good with that. Okay, we got anterior tibialis. So here's your shin bone, right here, okay? We're gonna go to the side, to the outside. We do not wanna be on the bone. This is best with the handheld roller. So I'm gonna show you that one first, okay? So you're gonna go here on the outside on an angle and go back and forth like this. A lot of times people feel it down here, which is kind of where it was, that cap, and then roll it back up. So if you have this available, stay here, keep going with that. If you do not, go back to that foam roller. You're going to place the foam roller in front of you. You're on your knees, okay? You're gonna take one knee up, knee onto the foam roller. This back leg is gonna be your support system. Hands in front, and you're going to lean into your hands like you're doing almost a three-legged bear hold, the bear crawl hold, okay? And you're gonna turn your toe inward and roll back and forth. Now, this requires a little bit of flexibility and mobility, so if this is not within your reach, you can go ahead and go back. You can go to a lacrosse ball, and you can go like this, kind of like rolling it out, back and forth, up and down, bang, just like that. Okay, so you have 3 different options. Okay, handheld foam roller, typical foam roller, and this lacrosse ball option. Okay, nice, go ahead and switch sides. Whichever one works best for you, I'm gonna go through the 3 again so you see them. We have handheld, again, on an angle. Please don't roll on your bone. You're trying to go for fascia, not for your bone. That is what we're doing here. If you're not super familiar with rolling out, we're trying to get our fascia a little bit smoother, is how I like to think about it. So it likes to get all bunchy. Okay, so that's option 1. Option 2, foam roller. Toe turned in. I'm gonna go on an angle, see if that helps. Nice, I'll keep going. If any of those ones work for you, option 3, lacrosse ball. Looking good, looking good. Nice, okay, good with that. We're gonna stay here on the ground, and we are going to take our foam roller, and we're gonna place it underneath. And we are just gonna do some ankle circles, okay? So we're just gonna go around and roll it out nice and gentle and try and make circles with our toes. Like we're drawing something, there's a wall in front of us and we're drawing with our toes. I'm gonna go the other way. I'm trying to warm up that joint here and test the range of motion and for some coordination. Okay, we're gonna point and flex. As you can see, I'm not a trained ballerina, but if you are not familiar with these terms, pointing, you're extending, trying to make this nice and long. Flex is when you pull your toes towards you and you're trying to pull your toes towards you. For lack of a better way to explain that. Nice. Back and forth, extend, pull, extend, pull. Okay, other side. We got the rollies, rolling around. Okay, so we're painting on that wall, going around. I have a little clip going on. I don't think the camera can catch that. But, okay, other way. Nice. You might feel particular areas of your ankle here. Think of that as information. Oh, thank you for letting me know that you were there. But kind of just keep it in your mind. What's going on there? Okay, now we're gonna go point and flex. And point and flex. And point and flex. Point and flex. Nice. Ooh, let's get one more. Bang, we're good. Okay, grab your seat, if you have one. If not, you can do it on the ground. And you are going to grab your bong. Your bong. Okay, band is gonna go around your feet, the bottom, just like that. So I'm going like where the balls of my feet are, okay? I'm gonna take my hands in two fists. I'm going to place them as a ruler almost, or a marker for where my knees should stay. You don't need to press in like that super hard, and you don't need to push out or do any of that. You just need to keep it nice and still. My ankles are right under my knees, okay? And so we are gonna try and hold this alignment with my heels under my knees and my knees in the same spot, and we are gonna try and go out with the balls of our feet. As you might notice, my toes are staying on the ground, okay? You can also do this without a band, okay? So band is not necessary, but what we don't wanna do is do this, which looks cool, right? You're gonna dance, bang, 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 great. You look awesome, but we're not doing that today, okay? So we're gonna, or not right now, at least you can do it later. So you're going out and bring it in. What you might also notice is that one foot can go further than the other. Okay? Trying to keep our knees in the same spot, okay? So keep going. Decide if you want a band or not. And try not to rush through it. Nice job. Now let's get 3 more. Nice. Okay, cool. Take the band off. Okay. Same position setup, okay? We're gonna do the same thing, but we're gonna come inwards, okay? I suggest you do this without a band at first if you've never done it, because the band has to be attached to something else outside here. Okay, toes are trying to stay on the ground. You will see this range of motion is a lot smaller, okay? And you can see my toes wanna come up, stay down there. So I'm almost pushing the balls of my feet into the ground. Nice. Nice. Let's go 3 more. 3, 2, bang. Ooh, that was a bad one. We'll do one more. Nice. Okay, chair's gone. Don't need that. Band is gone for right now. We are going calf raises, okay? So we're gonna start out parallel. Up, 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 okay? I'm gonna aim for about 10. That was 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna turn to the side so you can see. I'm trying not to use momentum. What we don't want is this. Boom, boom. Even though, again, looks so cool. You look cool, okay? But we're gonna go up, nice and controlled, up. And what you wanna pay attention to is, hopefully you got a little bit more than 10 as I'm talking. If your ankles come in like this, pay attention to what they're doing. They wanna go in a straight lane, they wanna stay in their lane as they come up. Okay, let's go one more. Bang, nice. Okay, we're gonna turn the toes out for all my dancers. It should be beautiful for you. Okay, same thing though. So if you start to notice any like ankles coming in, you want to just be aware of that and try and correct. Also take out any momentum. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, readjust, last one. Bang. Okay, last calf raise. For all my dancers out there, it's gonna be okay. All my trained like ballet dancers. We're gonna turn in. I don't know if it goes against a lot of what you do, but I swear it's gonna be okay. So toes are pointed in as much as possible. Same thing. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, 10. Okay, last exercise. Grab your band. I'm gonna put the band back, the balls, under the balls of your feet. You're gonna need a little bit of space, so I'm gonna wiggle over here, okay? Okay. We're gonna get nice and low, and we're going to side step, keeping parallel the whole time. Okay? And I only have a little bit of space. So if you have more room to go, you can keep going. We want to think about our knees staying aligned with our toes. Bang. And we're not doing any of this. As soon as you see the turnout happen, or the toe turned out, you want to pause and readjust into parallel. And if you start to notice you coming out of your squat like this, get back in the squat. You got it. Unless you have an injury that prevents you from doing so. Okay, keep going. We have about 20 more seconds of this, and then we're ready to dance or move or jump or do whatever you are doing with your ankles. Bang, we made it. Okay, good job. If you have any questions about anything that we did today, or if you want more, my name is Megan, and thanks for following along with me.